Downstate is obviously the most complicated situation. That's New York City, that's Westchester, Nassau, Suffolk, the surrounding suburbs. Multi-state coordination is vital there because the New Jersey, Connecticut, New York City area is basically very intermixed. People are going and coming. They live in one place, they work in the other place. So that coordination is important. You get upstate, coordination with Massachusetts is more important in some areas, right? Some parts of the state, Pennsylvania coordination is more important. So coordinating with those states that are neighbors to that region. Downstate, we've said we have to coordinate the main activities. There are gears that intermesh. You can't turn one gear without turning the other gears. That's how you strip gears. Keep trying to explain to my daughters. Transportation, parks, schools, beaches, these are all coordinated activities, right? You turn one, they all have to turn. And that's true for New York City, Nassau, Suffolk, Westchester. They all have to be coordinated. And we're working with local businesses and leaders to do that. Again, on the phased reopening, does my business reopen? Well, what is your business? And how would you do your business in this new normal? You normally have people in a conference room. Are you going to do that? You normally have people in workstations that are right next to each other. Do you plan on reopening that way? So this is not a one-sided equation here. Businesses, you develop a plan on how you would reopen given everything we now know. And if you have a plan, I'll show you in a moment, that actually takes into consideration these new circumstances, more essential, lower risk. The way a business opens will determine the risk. They can't really determine how essential their service is, but they can determine how risky opening them up, opening their business would be. Also, we need them to be creative and think outside of the box. And we've been speaking with business leaders across the state. But some people even need a new economic model. We want to bring sports back, right? So this is an activity that people can watch on TV. What sports can you do without an audience? What sports can you make work economically where you don't have to sell a seat in the stadium or in the arena? How do you do drive-ins? How do you do different types of businesses that could actually work in this environment? And again, they have to be creative and they have to think about it. Downstate, which does have particular needs, we need summer activities in downstate New York. You can't tell people in a dense urban environment all through the summer months, we don't have anything for you to do. Stay in your apartment with the 3 kids. You know, that doesn't work. There's a sanity equation here also that we have to take into consideration. Special attention for public housing residents, special attention for low-income communities that, number one, paid a higher price for this disease than anyone else. We talk about the racial disparity, African Americans and Latinos. We're increasing the testing. We're going to have more to say on that this week.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.